Hello everyone. In this video lecture, we are going to study about the WBCs, also known as white blood corpuscles. They're also known as leukocytes. Let us see the characteristics. They're called as leukocytes because they are colorless. Leuco means whitish in color, so they do not have a pigment. They are devoid of pigment. As there was a pigment called as hemoglobin in red blood corpuscles, there is no such pigment found in the leukocytes. So it is colorless and its name is leukocytes. It is usually round or irregular in shape. So we can call it as amoeboid. It is amoeboid in shape. Usually it is irregular, but when it is not irregular or amoeboid, it is usually found round to be in shape. For this reason, it can perform a particular property called as diapedesis. What is diapedesis? This is the oozing out of WBCs from the blood capillaries to the site of infection. Now this is the figure in which a white blood cell is oozing out of the blood capillaries. So this figure shows the process of diapedesis. This is the blood capillary inside which the blood is flowing, and one of the white blood cells, because of its amoeboid structure, the pseudopodia which is present outside, can take any shape. So it squeezes out from the blood capillaries. It cannot do so from the arteries and the veins because the arteries and veins are covered by the three layers of muscles, but here in the blood vessel, in the blood capillaries, there is only just a single cell layer, so the white blood cells can come out, and when they are squeezing out, they come to the site of infection. So wherever the site of infection is there, all the WBCs aggregate and make a protuberance sort of in the skin. This process is known as diapedesis. The WBCs are 5,000 to 8,000 in number. This is in 1 millimeter cube of blood. So they are normally less than the RBCs. For every 600 RBC, there is just one WBC. So the number of WBC is enormously less than the RBCs. The lifespan ranges from days to months or even years. Usually they live for 13 to 15 days, but the lymphocytes that produces the antibodies can live for even months. So this is the lifespan of the RBCs, and when they WBCs, and when they die in the blood itself. If the number of WBCs increases abnormally, the condition is known as leukocytosis. So this is increase in WBCs. When the number of WBC increase, then we call it as leukocytosis, and when it decreases, the condition is called as leukopenia. Leukopenia is the decrease in WBC. The total count of WBC is usually called as TLC, total leukocyte count. And what is leukemia? Leukemia is actually blood cancer in which the tissue which forms the WBCs increase abnormally And at the dispense of RBCs, the WBCs increase in number. This disease is fatal and the life is tried to prolong a little by blood transfusions. So, leukemia is the abnormal increase in the WBCs. So, this is blood cancer. Now let us see the WBCs. They are of two categories, granulocytes and agranulocytes. The granulocytes are so called because the cytoplasm is having granular appearance, while the agranulocytes have smooth cytoplasm or there are no granules present in the cytoplasm. Granulocytes form almost 70% of the total WBCs and the rest 30% is made up of the agranulocytes. So, granulocytes are more in number. They are further of three types. If they get stained with acidic stains, they are called as acidophils. So, they usually do not get stained by all the stains. If the pH of the stain is acidic, the cells are called as acidophils. But if they are stained with the basic stains, then the cells are called as basophils. And if they get stained by both the stains, then we call them as neutrophils. These are stained by acidic stains, stained by basic stains, stained by both. One of the acidophils acid stain is eosin, and therefore sometimes acidophils are also known as eosinophils. Now let us see the agranulocytes. The agranulocytes are of two types. Monocytes and lymphocytes. They do not have granular cytoplasm, they are smooth. And lymphocytes are also of two types, B lymphocytes and T lymphocytes. They usually help in bringing the immunity by producing the antibodies. So, this is the figure which shows the different types of cells. Although we are studying the WBCs, but here the RBCs, the red blood cells are also shown, which has a biconcave shape. But we are concerned here about the WBCs, the 5 types of WBCs. These 3 are the granulocytes. You can see that the cytoplasm has granular appearance, while the lymphocytes and monocytes are agranulocytes and their cytoplasm is smooth. Now this figure is shown just to show you the difference in the nucleus. There are different types of nucleus found in each cell. The eosinophils have a bilobed nucleus. They are stained with acidic stains, so it is shown in red, and the lobe are 2 in number, so we call it as bilobed nucleus. The neutrophils are multi-lobed, they can be many, so here the 3 lobes can be seen. The basophils are stained with the basic stains, it is shown in blue, and it has typically an S-shaped nucleus. So the nucleus is S-shaped. Now the lymphocytes and the monocytes. The lymphocytes, see, the cells are small and the maximum space is occupied by the nucleus itself. So it has very less cytoplasm. The nucleus as compared to the cell is quite large. And the monocytes have kidney-shaped or bean-shaped nucleus. This cell is quite large. It is the biggest of all the WBCs and the nucleus is kidney-shaped. Let us see individually the different types of WBCs. The first comes the eosinophils or the acidophils. As I told you that they are stained with acidic stains. One of the acidic stains is eosin. We call it as eosinophils. And they are triggered when there is an allergic reaction. So whenever there is an allergic reaction, their action becomes triggered, or they become more in number. So the quantity can become more or less, and whenever there is an allergy out of anything, out of dust or pollen grains, then there is an allergic reaction produced in the body. The eosinophils or the acidophils usually increase in number. They are produced in red bone marrow, the inside the long bones. So inside the bone marrow, the WBCs are produced. The granules are quite coarse. The granules are coarse. That means they are quite big enough. And the nucleus is bilobed. I have just shown you the diagram. The size is 10 to 15 micrometers. Okay, so the size is almost 10 to 15 micrometers. So this is all about the eosinophils, and they form almost 2 to 4% of the entire WBCs. Now let us see the second type of WBCs, that is the basophils. They are stained with basic stains. They form almost 5 to 2% of the entire WBCs. Their granules is also coarse. And they are also produced in red bone marrow. They secrete a particular substance called as heparin. This heparin is anticoagulant, and it prevents the blood to coagulate. It also produces histamine. Histamine is also produced during allergic reactions. And it also produces a substance called as serotonin. Serotonin is a vasoconstrictor. It constricts the blood vessels, especially during the heat or the summer season. So these heparin, histamine and serotonin particularly are secreted by the basophils. Now we come to the last type of granulocytes, that is the neutrophils. They form the maximum part of the WBCs. Almost 62% of WBCs are neutrophils. And they are particularly performing diapedesis because they are amoeboid in shape. They are stained with neutral dyes or neutral stains. The granules are fine. Their granules are not coarse. Their granules are fine. And the nucleus is multilobed. The main function of neutrophils is that it performs phagocytosis. Now what is phagocytosis? It means eating up or cleaning up all the debris that is present in the blood. So whatever is unwanted in the blood, the neutrophils eat up all that debris and cleans it. This is known as phagocytosis. It is produced in the red bone marrow. Its size is almost 10 to 12 micrometers. Now let us see the agranulocytes. There are two types of agranulocytes, the monocytes and the lymphocytes. So let us first study the monocytes. The monocytes are the largest. They are almost 12 to 20 micrometer in size, and they have a kidney shaped nucleus. Kidney or bean shaped nucleus. They also do scavenging. So they are called as scavengers by the process of phagocytosis. So phagocytosis was ingesting germs. That means killing the germs and then eating it up. In this way, they clean. Scavengers means they usually clean all the debris. So this is what is the phagocytosis process, and they do the scavenging in the blood. They ingest the germs and protect the body against the microbes by phagocytosis. So this is about monocytes. They are basophilic. That means they get stained with the basic dyes and the granules are absent. Now let us see lymphocytes. Lymphocytes are of two types, T lymphocytes and B lymphocytes. They are both monocytes and lymphocytes. This is also made up in, they are formed in spleen as well as in bone marrow. T lymphocytes are also formed in thymus and spleen and marrow. So lymphocytes, they particularly produce antibodies and thus they give immunity to the body. So the lymphocytes are living longer than the other type of WBCs. They can live for months and they can even extend their life to years. So this is all about the WBCs. If you have any doubt in this, you may ask me in the comment section, and you can even refer to the questions that are given in the description box. Thank you.